welcome to another video of Shit Is Getting Real. I feel the most comfortable with my scarves. I do not like even wearing my real hair out, wearing braids, or wearing any type of hair. I've been trying to get into, hair lately, trying to do what it does. And yeah, I love my scarves. This is from my grandma on my mom's side. She gave it to me. And yeah, it's beautiful or whatever. So on Twitter lately, I saw this one tweet. And it basically said how it's kind of disgraceful for Nigerians. I'm gonna pin the tweet, but this is just verbatim. It's kind of disgraceful for for Nigerians not to speak their native language and things like that, along the lines like that, and that they should speak their certain language because it comes with pride. And why don't some parents, speak it and teach it to their children? And that just got me thinking. Like, one of my biggest downfalls, in my opinion, is that I don't speak Wolof very well. Like, anybody who knows me knows that, like, I try my best. I know how to speak Wolof. I understand Wolof very well, but I just feel like I fail at the point in speaking Wolof fluently. So when I saw that tweet, it just brought back up to me, like, I feel like many people can relate to this. Many people that are Senegalese American. A lot of Senegalese American people can speak Wolof very well, but there's a lot of us that also are in the middle. Then there's the ones that they don't speak nothing. I'm the oldest in my family, so I understand and speak Wolof better than my siblings. But then there's my younger brother that's right after me. He can speak a little bit. He understands some. Then the brother after that, he only understands when my mom speak. Then my sister, nothing. Like, she can understand when mom speak, but her speaking it back, like, is very tough for her. So I just want to talk about that. I don't speak Wolof fluently. And I just feel like that tweet just made me like, why are people like, why are you bashing someone? And first of all, before I even get to that, Nigerians are very prideful. Like, even if they speak the language or not. Like, one thing I know about Nigerians is that no matter what state their country is in, no matter what's going on, they're always like 100% like, I'm Nigerian, I'm proud of who I am. And in anything they do, they go 100%. I feel like African culture in general, we have this pride that we carry with us, that everywhere we go, we're number one. Like, no one can stop us. Like, we're not no one to be played with, basically. And I just feel like that tweet, just because someone doesn't speak their language fully, I feel it's like kind of offensive to me personally, because I don't like, that's a big insecurity I have. Like, I don't know how to like tell y'all, like, that's such a big insecurity that I have. Like, I'm so ashamed of myself at times. Like, I can speak Wolof well, but my accent is gone. Like, certain ways I say things is gone. And it's just like, to me, it kind of hurts my heart that I don't speak Wolof that well anymore. It just makes me really feel sad at times. But that doesn't take away from me being Senegalese. And I feel like some people that see like younger kids that they're raised here, half raised in Senegal or in Africa, or raised here most of the time, and their parents don't speak their language to them, or their parents do speak their language to them and they don't catch on, they don't learn about it. I feel like they look down on those type of people, like, oh, I know my language, but if you don't know your language, you're not good enough for your people. Basically, you're not one of us. But that's not how that works, because for me, this is how it was. When I came back to America, I was learning English. So while I was learning English, I wasn't speaking Wolof as much. So when I basically I cut off my Wolof and my French to master my English. So by the time I'm mastering my English, going through elementary, going through middle school, and I'm not gonna say I lost Wolof or I lost French, but the less you speak something, the less you can speak it easier every day. So basically, that's what I lost. Because I didn't speak it frequently, when I do speak it, it's kind of like I have to like think about the words, how to translate them in my head. And that's something with people that are dual, like they have more than one language or more than one culture. It's harder for them to switch back and forth, like between the 3, the 4, the 5, or 2, because they're not only focused on one language, they have to translate between 1 or 2 or 3 languages to get the translation right. The judgment that I got from basically losing my accent because I was trying to assimilate to the American culture and the American language was horrible. Like, when I went to Senegal my first time in 2000 and like, I think end of 2012, 2013, like, some of my family members would make fun of me when I would speak Wolof in an English accent. I think that very much discouraged me into not speaking Wolof anymore, because I know some of my friends can relate to the way that our people discourage us from trying to even speak our language because we don't sound like the typical Senegalese person is very sad to me, because at least we're trying. Because you guys say that we're not good enough because we don't speak our language, but we're trying to speak our language and you guys are making fun of us or talking down on us or looking down on us. And to me, that's not fair, because at least we're trying. There's some people that don't give a F about speaking Wolof. Like, they don't care. They don't care about their culture. They don't care about their family. They don't care about nothing. They're living their best life and they're only worrying about them and what makes them happy. They're not trying to basically please both sides. People have misconceptions. Like, with my parents, like, people say that, oh, because you don't speak your language very well, like in that tweet, oh, because you don't speak your language very well, you don't speak your language at all, that you're not Senegalese or your parents don't speak it to you. My parents speak Wolof. My parents speak French in the house. They speak very little English. All my uncles, all my aunties, most of my Senegalese friends, which I don't have a lot, hoping to make more, but they all speak Wolof. I'm not out here, my parents, like, people, the misconception is that our parents speak English to us, that's why we don't speak Wolof, our native language. No, our parents do speak this language to us, but guess what? How much time do we spend with our parents and how much time do we spend outside of our house? We spend 90% of our day at school, at work, in practice, with people that speak English. The time that we spend on our parents and the time that we spend with people that speak English outweigh each other. So you can't expect us to spend this amount of time with our parents, more time with people that are speaking English than you do with the people that speak your native language. Especially having immigrant parents, like, they're always working, like, they're always trying to hustle, trying to get y'all to where y'all need to go, trying to make sure y'all good. Like, us speaking our language, or I don't want to say this in a bad way, but us speaking our language or us being connected to our heritage and our culture is something that they're very concerned about, something they work every day to keep intact, but that's not their first concern. Their first concern is that we're doing great in school and we're speaking great English and that we're doing what we need to do to be successful and to be ahead. That's their first concern. And I don't think people back in our countries or people that are bashing other people for not speaking their dialect or their language well, I don't think they understand the amount of assimilation that you have to do when you come into the US. Like I said, I feel like I'm two different people, and that's a part of it. You have to assimilate to a certain degree. You have to assimilate so hard to fit in, because just being a regular Black American isn't even good enough. So imagine you're African and you're Black. Like, well, you're African, you're Black anyway, but some Africans aren't Black. But imagine you're African and you're Black and you have an accent and you have this culture and you have all these things. It's harder to fit in. So when we come and our parents come here, they want their children to assimilate as best as possible. And people back home bashing these children for not speaking their language, or people on Twitter bashing people for not speaking their language, talking about they're not prideful if they don't speak their language and language comes with pride. No, these people want to speak this language. These people do speak their language, but they don't speak it as often because English is what's the norm. And when you're in a country where the norm is what's acceptable, you're trying to be accepted. You want to be accepted, so you're going to speak and you're going to act and you're going to do with what's acceptable. And I need people to understand that. And that's been one of, like I said, my biggest insecurities. I'm so tired of people making fun of me because I don't speak Wolof well. I'm so tired of people making fun of me because I don't speak French well. I'm so tired of being made fun of because I don't meet up to your expectations of what's prideful or what's the correct culture or what's this. No, I'm doing with my best to live up to both standards and to fit in both places. So I need you to understand that I'm not living up to your expectations. I'm living up to mine. And that's what I want everybody out here that's struggling with speaking your native language and you might not be the best at it. I want you to know that you're not the only one out here, baby. You're not the only one out here. Like, there's more of us out here, and you need to be very confident and prideful in that you're able to speak English, you're able to speak Wolof, you're able to speak French, you're able to read the Quran, you're able to do all these things that most people that are back home, they can only speak probably 2 languages. You're speaking 3, and you're being able to switch back and forth between 2 cultures while they're switching between one. Although that person that's talking shit on Twitter, they might not even have their shit together and they're mad, or they might only speak that language and they're mad. But they need to understand that we're juggling so much stuff. Like, it's not as easy as it seems. And that's all I wanted to say. And that's that on what that, period. And thank you guys for I just went off, but thank you guys for listening. Like, I'm so passionate about that because I always talk about this. Like, I'm even taking a Wolof class to get my shit together. I just want to take a moment to honor Greg Floyd. I'm so tired. Like, I'm afraid every day of being black. I'm so afraid of what being black comes with. So being black, man, it comes with a lot. But I just want to take a moment to honor Greg Floyd. He was killed yesterday on Memorial Day. Just like Eric Gardner, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I don't know how many times somebody's gonna say I can't breathe. The police are not here to kill us. They're here to protect us. But all they've been doing is killing us. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be careful out here because it's not safe. America is not safe for us. So thank you for watching.